He was fired from his own company. But that was just the beginning. Welcome to RiseTale, where real stories spark belief. Here, dreams are tested, spirits break, and legends rise again. Because success isn't about never falling. It's about rising every time you do. Each story reminds you, your past doesn't define you. Your rise does. This is RiseTale, where every fall becomes the rise that defines you. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary journey of a man who dropped out of college, slept on floors, and returned Coke bottles for food before building one of the most iconic brands in history. Steve Jobs wasn't born into privilege. He was adopted, raised in a modest home in California, and from the beginning, he saw the world differently. College felt like a cage. After just one semester at Reed College, he dropped out. Not because he lacked intelligence, but because he craved purpose. He wandered campus halls, slept on floors, and returned Coke bottles for food money. But he also audited calligraphy classes, mesmerized by the elegance of typography, a detail that would later shape the soul of Apple. In 1976, in a cramped garage in Los Altos, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak built the first Apple computer. It was raw, imperfect, but revolutionary. Jobs wasn't the engineer, he was the visionary. He saw what others couldn't. That computers could be personal, intuitive, even beautiful. Apple Computer was born with a dream, not just to sell machines, but to empower minds. By 1980, Apple went public. Jobs was a millionaire, but success came with shadows. His intensity, his perfectionism, his refusal to compromise, they made him brilliant, but also difficult. In 1985, at just 30 years old, Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he had built with his bare hands. The board had lost faith. His colleagues had turned. He was devastated. Imagine the pain, being cast out of your own creation. The humiliation, the betrayal, the silence that follows when the world moves on without you. Jobs later said, "Getting fired from Apple was the best thing that ever happened to me." But in that moment, it felt like the end. But Steve didn't stop. He founded Next, a sleek, powerful computer company aimed at education and business. It didn't take off commercially, but its software would later become the foundation of macOS. He also bought a small animation studio from George Lucas. That studio, Pixar. Jobs poured his soul into Pixar, believing in stories that moved hearts. In 1995, Toy Story premiered, the first fully computer-animated film. It was a triumph. Pixar became a household name. Jobs became a billionaire. He had reinvented himself quietly, relentlessly. In 1997, Apple was on the brink of collapse. The company was bleeding money, lost in a sea of competitors. And then, they called Steve back. He returned, just not with vengeance, but with vision. He simplified product lines. He focused on design. He brought elegance back to technology. Then came the iMac, then the iPod, then iTunes, then the iPhone. Each product wasn't just a device, it was a revolution. Jobs didn't just build gadgets, he built experiences. He changed how we listen, how we communicate, how we live. Steve Jobs became more than a CEO. He became a symbol of creativity, of resilience, of daring to dream. He battled cancer for years, often frail, but never broken. He stood on stage in his black turtleneck and jeans, unveiling magic to the world. In 2011, he passed away. But his legacy lives on, in every swipe, every click, every song played on an iPhone. Steve Jobs' story is not just about success. It's about failure, pain, reinvention, and purpose. He was fired from his own company, but that was just the beginning. He taught us that the dots only connect looking backward, that beauty matters, that simplicity is powerful, that being different isn't a weakness, it's a gift. And that's the tale, a reminder that every ending hides a new beginning. No matter how many times life breaks you, you have the power to rise. Greatness isn't given. It's earned through persistence and belief. At RiseTale, we celebrate those who refuse to quit. Your dreams are waiting. Your rise is coming. Stay inspired. Stay resilient. And remember, your story isn't over yet. It's just beginning. If you like this story, please subscribe to RiseTale and like the video so more people can rise with us. Whose story of rise should we bring to life next? Drop your suggestion in the comments. Your idea could become the next RiseTale.